Hi everybody, it's Chaplain Jeannie with Full Armor Life Defense, the Grizzly Granny, here with a third video for you. Today we're just going to have a relaxed discussion about personal safety when we're shopping or out doing errands. We're just starting to post these videos, so please be patient, give us time to post new content. I have a crazy busy schedule, and I will just make these videos as I have time and am able. Also, if you expect a really rapid fire kind of hyper YouTube talker, that's not me. So you might want to find a different video format. But for those of you warrior women out there who would just like to grab a cup of coffee or tea or a nice smoothie and sit down and watch this video, and just let's talk about some personal safety items that we can use each and every day. If you'd like to go back a second or third time and take notes, do so. But then let's just have a conversation now. If you would just sit back and listen and think on these things, that would be great. Okay, so we're going to be talking about shopping, parking lot, errand safety today. Now, one of the first things we always want to do is dress for success. And by that, I mean put on our full armor, better yet, never take our full armor of the Lord off. The next thing we want to do is be in yellow. What do I mean by that? Jeffrey Cooper came up with 4 color codes of awareness: white, yellow, orange, and red. And you don't want to be in white. White is totally oblivious. You've got earbuds in, shopping bags, on the phone perhaps, thinking about what you're going to fix for supper or when you need to pick the kids up. That's being in white. You're totally oblivious and you're totally prey. You're making yourself a target. It's obvious to anybody that's scanning the crowd that you're oblivious. So please never be in white. The next color code of awareness is yellow. I call it mellow yellow. That's the one we want to live most of our life in. And by yellow, I mean you're in a calm state of awareness. You're not paranoid, you're not jumpy, you're not hyper or nervous. You're in a calm state, but you are aware of your surroundings. You know kind of what's going on around you. You're using peripheral vision. You're listening with your ears. You know what the surface on the ground is like. Things like that. And this is where you want to spend most of your time and day. And after you practice being in yellow, even in your home, after you practice this, it does become kind of a lifestyle and a habit, which is a good thing. We won't go in depth into the others, but if we're in a situation where we think something's getting ready to happen or something's not right, we do escalate to orange. And then when we know the fight is on, then we escalate to red. So we're not going to really talk about orange and red today, but just your takeaway is don't be in white and spend most of your time in yellow in a very calm state of awareness, knowing what's going on around you, paying attention to things, but you're not hyper, you're not paranoid, you're not nervous. Let's continue talking about dress. When you go out to do errands and shopping and things like that, it's best to wear a tighter fitting clothing, athletic clothing, for example. You want to avoid big billowy articles of clothing because someone that's pursuing you, maybe to rob you, steal your purse, or worse, that gives them a lot to hold on to control you. So just avoid wearing those types of things. For shoes, you want to have a very stable shoe with a good sole on it. Now, I love to run around in flip-flops, but I really try to avoid it if I'm going to be out among people doing errands or shopping. Reason being, if you need to base out, if you need to get stable, if an attacker grabs you or something like that, or you need to get in a defensive position, you want to base out, you want to lower your center of gravity, you need to have a very stable shoe that's going to help you with balance. You also want a shoe that's got a decent sole on it, because if you are grabbed from behind, you can do much better stomps to the instep, donkey kicks backwards, kicks to the perpetrator's knee and so forth, with a more stable shoe with a better sole on it. You can also run a lot better. I think this is paramount. Purses. Ladies, leave your big, giant purses either at home or locked in your car out of sight from a window. Parking lot purse snatches are very common, and someone may ride by you on a bicycle. Someone may walk up and just grab that purse. And unfortunately, what happens, a lot of women are pulled suddenly to the ground when someone just yanks that purse off you suddenly. And you can get a traumatic head strike to the cement or injure other parts of your body. You don't want to be pulled down. So for Pete's sakes, don't take your purse in. Have it locked in the trunk or as I said, out of sight inside your vehicle. Best to just carry the one card or the cash you're going to need for that specific purpose that you're going in for. You don't need your whole purse for an errand. Just take your ID or one credit card or cash, as I said. Leave the big bag somewhere else. Use a pocket. You can go to our website at fullarmorlifedefense.com, and we have a link for stash bands. Those are great. You can get wallets and pepper spray and keys to carry in those, and they're great for carrying those things when you're out exercising as well. Okay, so don't carry, as I've said, a lot of cash with you. If you do get robbed and you don't have a bunch of money, you're not going to lose a bunch of money. You can also have a throwaway wallet if you're in a really risky area to just throw away that they'll go after or give to them. Next, let's talk about just shopping in general. Buddy system is best if you don't ever go shopping alone, even during daytime hours, but especially during evening hours. Try to do your errands during daylight, low risk times when there are plenty of people around. When you are looking at environment, if you pull into a parking lot and there's two cars there, it's dark, that's not really a good place for you to be. Also, when you pull your car in, let's check and see what's around us. Is there a sketchy van next to us? Is there somebody sketchy sitting in the car next to us? Move your vehicle. If you get that hinky feeling, definitely move your vehicle or get out of there and come back another time. One of the ploys is you get out of your driver's side door, you open that door, or you're entering your car when you're done. The person next to you can open their door, they overlap, and then you're trapped and you can be pushed into your car, pushed or pulled into their vehicle. You're trapped, or you can be robbed. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Don't park too close to the car next to you or allow someone to park next to you that closely that if both of your doors are open, that becomes a barrier or an obstacle and you're just trapped. Look around at the pavement. Pay attention. Are you going to trip over a pothole or a rock? I mean, just personal safety and health-wise. Make sure you've got a safe environment on the ground. As you get into a store, listen for things like unusual sounds like arguments, escalating tones of voice. Do you hear a husband and wife or a couple of guys arguing and you can tell it's escalating? You just want to leave. Don't even be there, because if one of them should pull a gun or a knife, you could be in that crossfire or you could be injured in some way. So escalating argument, you want to get out of there. And call 911 if you think it's warranted. Listen for breaking glass, a fight in an aisle. Also listen for screams for help, or, maybe someone slip and falls, or, somebody's having a seizure. So be ready to listen for those things too, so you can answer a call for help. Call 911 to get emergency services on their way for that person and assist as you are able and as needed. Okay, when you're leaving the store, if someone's following you or you get a hinky feeling about that, or you definitely know somebody's following you, always you can go back in and ask for someone to walk you to your car. This is where the buddy system comes in handy. You're not walking out alone. I always encourage people to use a cart if they can. It makes a really nice barrier. If you have bags, for Pete's sakes, do not carry your bags unless you've got one or two. I want you to have your hands free. Don't be loaded down with bags. If you've got a lot of groceries, put them in a cart. Use that cart for a barrier. If somebody's following you, you can quickly turn around and say, "Can I help you?" Look them straight in the eye. You can turn around and say, "Back off." Whatever seems warranted at the time. So it makes a good barrier. When you get to the car, I want you to scan. I want you to look around your car. It doesn't take much or acrobatics. Look under your car. Make sure nobody's under there. Look at your tires. Are they all inflated? Is there somebody lurking around your car? If so, go back in the store and come out with someone. Better to do that than, have someone try to attack you or rob you. I know when we lived in Phoenix, there was a serial rapist that he would hide under cars in a mall, and in broad daylight, as a woman came to her car door, this guy would reach out and grab her ankles and pull on them suddenly. And down she goes, either striking her head on the car next to her on the pavement, and then she's stunned for a period of time, unable to get her wits about her and fight back. And this guy would rape them and sexually assault them right there in the mall parking lot in broad daylight. So just make sure nobody's hanging around your car, your tires look good. And then even if you've locked your car, which you always lock your car, check just look in there, make sure nobody's in there when you go to get in. Only unlock one door at a time. So whichever door you're going to unload your groceries in, I want you to only unlock that door, leave the others locked. While you're unloading, I want you to stand sideways. If you're unloading into a driver or passenger door area, probably not the driver door because you'd have to reach across the seat. So a back door or a side door, you're going to want to take those bags out, kind of look around to the side of you. You're standing perpendicular or sideways to your car entrance, and then set the bags in. But as you're setting them in, keep just doing a general scan. Unload that way from the side. If you're unloading into a vehicle with a rear gate, such as an SUV, swing your cart around there. Use that for a barrier. And again, load in sideways so you can scan and see what's going on around and behind you. One of the ladies in one of my classes did contact me and tell me that she had to use this technique. Someone did approach her in a menacing fashion, and she did have that cart between her and the person that she could use as a barrier. So keep these things in mind, unloading your groceries and loading them. So either way, this applies. Let's see. When you do get into your driver's seat, if it's a sketchy area or you have your hinky feeling that you do need to pay attention to because it's right 100% of the time, you can have your OC pepper spray. Pepper gel is probably better in a closed-in environment. Have it in your right hand with your thumb on the actuator. Get in there, have that in your hand, shut that door and lock it immediately. If there is ever going to be someone approach your window or smash it, say for example, they want to carjack your car or threaten you, man, just give them a little spicy treat, eye to eye with that, and then get out of there. Now, pepper gel is better if you're in an enclosed environment because you don't get the spray back that you may get with the pepper spray. The gel is thicker and it sticks to their face more. Let's see, loading a baby or a child or an infant into a car seat. I want you to make sure all your other doors are locked. This does require extra time and some climbing on your part, but it is well worth your life and the life of your child, first and foremost. So when you go to get that child in there, climb in with the child and shut and lock that door. Women have been approached and attacked and children taken because that door was unlocked. They were standing outside the door, fiddling with the buckles and locks and things like that for the car seat. You're vulnerable, and so is your child. So just climb in there, shut and lock the door, and then go ahead and secure the child into their car seat. Okay, I think this is everything I had for this video. Let me know below in the comments if you have any additional questions. I will continue to put new videos out there. Just give me some time. And I just want to thank all of you for listening. Like and subscribe if you wish. Click on the bell to get notified when we have new videos up. And remember, this is Chaplain Jeannie, the Grizzly Granny, reminding you that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Amen? Thanks for watching. Bye now.